Yeah, so I get them to sort of write a little short couple sentences. Yeah, I've had quite a few. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I have Miss Molly Mouton, one of my favorite people in the whole world, somebody I'm very fond of. How are you, Miss Molly?
Good, how are you?
Good. She just got here, came all the way from Louisiana, and she's gonna share with us what she would tell her 18-year-old self.
Oh, gosh.
Probably don't come to Texas. No. Stay away from Texas.
Oh, gosh.
They got some wild mofos over there. I don't know.
They do.
But who's wilder, Louisiana or Texas? That's kind of up in the air. You could toss a coin on that
I
one.
think it's Louisiana.
You think?
I think so.
But you got to talk into the mic so we can hear you, because you have a very soft,
So
kind voice. And you brought little man here. What's his name? Molly, he says.
His name's Archie.
Archie. Oh, that's Archie. Well,
Archie
man,
Dale.
He has
The
grown.
one and only.
He has grown. Come pull him over here so we can at least see him.
Come see Archie. Come see. Come see.
No.
You want to say hi?
Come say hi. Come get on camera.
Oh,
There
gosh.
he is. He's a big boy. I remember him when he was a little tiny. Say hello.
Yeah, when he was a
Say
baby.
hello.
Say hi.
Say hello. Uh-oh. Stage fright.
He's shy. All right.
It happens. Here, give him his drink.
That's... Here.
So, just for the record, that's not my baby.
No.
Or Molly's baby. No. That's her sister's baby.
Yes.
But Molly's the mama. She's two mama.
Two mama, yeah.
Two mama. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Miss Molly. Give us a little bit of your background. You were born a poor black child on a plantation in Louisiana. You picked cotton your whole life till you moved to Texas.
That would be more interesting. No, so I'm 26. I
Don't. 26.
26. I live in Lafayette. I work for a law firm, personal injury. I'm going to school for law.
Gonna be a lawyer?
Maybe. Possibly. I'm in my third semester of undergraduate. So if I do the attorney, it's going to be about 6 more years.
Wow.
But if I just get a degree in legal studies, then it's like 4.
Okay.
So.
You'll figure it out when you get there.
Yeah.
How far you can go.
Yeah.
Might have to take a few years, work, get some money, then go back.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way my mom did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got her bachelor's, then worked a few years, and got her master's, and worked a few years, and then got her PhD. So.
Hustler.
She's a hustler. Oh, wow. Well, she's this big around now, so she put everything she had into it. Anyway, so Molly, are you enjoying the job?
Yeah. It's interesting. I think I'm more of criminal. I like.
You're a criminal?
No, I like the criminal field.
Got it.
But I mean, I like murder documentaries and things like that. So I probably should have been a detective.
CSI type.
Yeah.
Maybe you could still do that with a law degree. You know, who knows?
Yeah.
Once you get the degree, then the world opens up and you can kind of pick a path.
Right, yeah. But no, it's interesting. The people I work for are great. They're super nice, super down to earth. Yeah, it's a great place to be.
Great place to be.
Mm-hmm.
But see, you're in Louisiana, so that's why I say maybe you should have avoided Texas, and all of its entanglements.
No.
Actually, you could, if you hadn't come to Texas, you wouldn't have been able to. Texas was a stepping stone to get where you are now. Let's just say it like that.
Your big question that you ask.
Big question. What would you tell your 18-year-old self?
Oh gosh.
Looking back, would your 18-year-old self have even listened to you?
No.
Yeah.
No. No. She was a brat.
Brat?
She was ignorant for sure.
But knew everything.
But knew everything,
I
yeah.
know, yeah.
And did not like to take. Didn't like rules. Didn't like any kind of structure. She was just kind of doing her own thing, not listening to anybody. So if I had to tell my 18-year-old self, it would be to listen to others, olders. I mean, they give the best advice. And I'm 26, and I probably still don't take all the advice that I should, but it's, yeah. So listen and just don't be too hard on herself. I mean, she was like, yeah, she was going through it for sure. I'm still going through it, but
very self-critical, would you
yeah,
say?
just didn't know what she wanted to do, and I mean, she joined the military.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a big mistake.
Big mistake.
I encourage you not to join.
Well, you were in the National Guard.
National Guard, yeah.
Yeah.
So I did that for 3 years, and that was just, I think, a big waste of time. But I met really great people along the way, so that was a good thing.
Well, you know, I've told you that from your experience that you described in the Louisiana National Guard, that the way it ended, you know, it ended during COVID.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
remember you told me that they lined y'all up and said, okay, you got to get the COVID shot. Mm-hmm. And you were the first one to step out of line.
Yeah, I just stepped out. I was like, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to inject my body with something. So I stepped out, and the process was that if you didn't get the shot, they discharged you. So I was willing to get the discharge. I didn't care. I was not going to do it. So, yeah, stepped out, got out, and then had like a little meeting with the NCO at the time, and she just basically said, you know, these are your options if you don't take the shot. And so I said, okay, get me out. I don't care.
But years later, you still haven't really. Have you got your discharge? Did you finally get it?
Yeah, I got my discharge papers and everything. So, I mean, that's all settled. I haven't heard from them in, I don't know, 3 years since it all happened.
But
so.
there was, you know, they were threatening you. They were.
Yeah, after, let's see, my last drill was October of 2021, I think. And then February of 2022, I got like texts and emails from different like sergeants, and they were just telling me like, I don't remember what it was exactly, but I had to like write a letter saying that I was getting out. I don't know, it was just the biggest thing. So they harassed me for a little while, but then they kind of chilled out, and I got my discharge papers. So I'm officially discharged.
Yeah.
From the Louisiana National Guard.
So technically, you're a veteran, right?
Yeah.
Would you say?
No.
No.
I only did 3 years.
3 years. That's a veteran.
And I never deployed, so I don't think, I mean, I didn't do anything. I really didn't. I don't go around saying I'm a veteran, and I don't use my military discount that I do get.
Right. It turns out that you made the right decision, because looks like the vaccine, the COVID vaccine, was sort of an engineered deal, and more people died from the freaking vaccine.
Yeah, it was really detrimental. I mean, the ones who did get it, who survived and didn't have any kind of complications, are just super lucky.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. It's just all about luck, because, I mean, people who were getting the shot because they were scared of getting COVID ended up getting COVID from the shot.
From the shot.
So, it was kind of a lose-lose situation for most people.
Absolutely. Well, then you trusted your gut.
Yeah, I said, hell no.
And you were correct.
Yeah. Not doing that. But, yeah, I mean, it really wasn't a bad experience. I think I'm just kind of bitter of how things ended. But It is what it is. But I met great people, so I feel like that's the biggest takeaway that I got out of it, was that I met awesome friends. And I have brothers and sisters for life, you know? So it was good. And I learned some military things, you know?
Yeah. How to drive a gigantic truck.
Yeah.
How to shoot an AK-47
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty badass, so.
I'm going to just call you a veteran and tell you you're my hero.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Just because you had the guts, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to say no to something that
Yeah.
you in your gut knew was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I think that took less of guts, I guess, than actually signing up, going through basic training, you know, doing all that hardcore stuff.
How old were you when you joined?
I think I was 19. I joined in April. I don't remember the year, but I joined in April, and I was 19, I turned 20 in June. And when I shipped out, I was 20.
Right. So if you could have gone back to your 18-year-old self, you would have got to your just in time to stop you from signing up. Do you think you would have listened at the time? Did anybody try to convince you not to go in?
No, I woke up one morning and just was like, I think I'm going to do it. You know, I was already out of high school. I wasn't in college. I really didn't have anything
Even though
going
you
for
were going to
me.
get a scholarship. Did you have a scholarship or something somewhere?
So I got a couple scholarships to like McNeese and Northwestern, but I just did 14 years or more of school, and I could not
I
fathom the
understand.
idea of doing another 4
Totally
right off
get
the
it.
bat.
Totally
So,
get it.
yeah, I mean, I wasn't doing anything with my life. I think I was a housekeeper at a nursing home. I was cleaning toilets, so
Yeah.
my group of friends weren't the best. So, and I just like woke up and I was like, I just need to do something. I need to change. So I did that. I called my dad. I went sign up first. And then on the way back, I called my dad and I called my mom. And I was like, I think I just joined the National Guard. And they were really surprised that I did that, because that was not me at all. But super proud, super happy. So
you've had a chance to warm up,
mhm.
kind of think about it.
Mhm.
You're 26,
Mhm.
18 years old. Is there any way you could have gotten through, do you think?
Gotten through
To your
my
18-year-old
18-year-old
self?
No.
Just grab her by the throat and just ta.
No. Definitely not. No.
Would you have taken yourself to dinner and sat down, had a drink, say, girl, listen, I am your future self,
Yeah.
and I have some news.
I don't know.
Listen, just listen.
I really don't think she would have.
No.
I just think she was so hard-headed. And, I mean, she didn't listen to her dad. And she didn't listen to her stepmom, who she looked up to, both of them. She loved so much.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I wouldn't have listened to the two most
Those
important
two.
people in my life at the time, I definitely wouldn't have listened to future me saying, hey, girl, chill out.
And you're chill out. See, that's what I would have told my 18-year-old self. Just
Yeah, but you were
dude,
rocking and rolling.
Yeah, but I was like a cat on a hot tin roof. I
Mhm.
would just said, yeah, okay, fine,
Mhm.
keep going, but just calm
down.
down. It's gonna be okay. Nobody
Mhm.
ever told me just calm down,
Mhm.
relax. Whatever you're gonna do, it's a marathon. It's not a
Mhm.
sprint.
Yeah.
You know, the turtle won the race, not the rabbit. You know,
Mhm.
the turtle wins.
Yeah. I thought the question that you asked was, what's the learning curve?
What is the learning curve?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about that all day.
Let's have it.
So, not to be corny, but I think the big learning curve of my life was when I met you.
Really?
Yeah. And I mean, that's corny or whatever, but I was thinking about it, and, well, I think I've had many learning curves throughout my life, but I think the biggest one was definitely like when I met you and me and you started hanging out and getting to know each other, because at the time I was alone, I guess. Not physically alone, but spiritually alone. I didn't have really anything guiding me. So, yeah, meeting you was like a great moment for sure, because you introduced me to God, and I already knew who he was, but I didn't have a firm grip on him. So meeting you and then meeting Deanna, she was a big part of that too. I mean, she discipled me for 2 years and got me to understand and taught me a lot of things. So I appreciate her a lot too.
So just for a background, I mean, you'd been in the Catholic Church your whole life.
Yeah.
You just didn't get the information that you needed to become saved when you got to Texas.
Right.
You got a different sort of view.
Yeah, the Catholic Church, they don't really teach about their idea of being saved. Is just, it's not the same as just Christians in general. It's just different. And the Catholic Church, I mean, the Catholic religion's been around for
a long time.
So,
and they've done some good.
Yeah, growing up Catholic was very weird to me. I never wanted to go to church because it was so boring.
Yeah.
I mean, the kneeling, the standing, the whatever, didn't
ritual.
like it. The ritual was very ritualistic. And then school.
Oh, that's right. You went to
Catholic school was definitely sheltering, I think, because it was public school and private school are two very different things, which I'm glad that I got the private school experience, because I was sheltered and I didn't know a lot of the bad that was out in the world. So I'm glad that I was old. Whenever I did experience all that, I was older. I was a freshman whenever I went to public school. It was a shell shock.
Yeah, I bet.
It was crazy.
I bet.
But yeah, it was good. I mean, I think my parents did the best they could
with
with what they had.
I'm sure they did. Your parents are sweet, very sincere, very honest people, and I get a really good vibe from them.
Yeah, they did the best, and I mean, that's how they grew up. So I guess you teach what you know.
Right.
So.
Well, your dad, he's a very serious individual,
Mm-hmm.
and just the few meetings that we've had, I learned from him.
Yeah.
I learned about the Catholic, really how they see things, and it's not wrong. It's just some people. It's just like anything. Some people are going to get it in the Catholic version. Some people will understand it in a Baptist version.
Right.
Some people will understand it, in different ways. But
yeah.
So, but you needed a change of pace, and then when you came to Texas and met moi. Okay. Well, that makes me feel good.
Yeah, it should. I think we've been through a lot together, So I think that's the biggest
curve. Yeah. So
Biggest
if you got
curve.
saved in Texas, that would be a big curve.
Yeah, and I'm glad I came, I'm to say F Texas or hell no Texas. I mean, Texas literally saved me.
Yeah.
So you and your family, like they're so godly and or striving to be godly,
Striving. Let's say it like that.
Yeah. So it's I was around them for 3 years.
Yep.
So
well, that's
it was
good.
really good. Yeah, I think that
that's a good witness to the Brewers. We've had a little bit of a checkered past, but we're really striving to do better, every day.
Yeah. I mean, most people do.
Right.
They have a checkered past, but hey, y'all were great.
But we came from nothing, just like, y'all did. I mean, we came from dirt, poor, nothing.
Yeah.
I remember, we lived in New Orleans first 10 years of my life, and, man, we were starving. We were absolutely starving, and my parents did the absolute best they could, and, now here we are. So just a testimony to what hard work can do, man. Perseverance. Just keep pounding. Don't stop. You can work through your problems.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what? It's one of the strangest sort of summaries or patterns maybe that I've seen doing this podcast is the phrase that, and I'm paraphrasing, I needed the pain to learn how to get through. The pain created what I am now.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know why, just so shocking, but to hear it so consistently, I know it's my experience. You're kind of indicating it's your experience, but that it's almost universal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think most people would feel that way. I would hope most people would feel that way, that anything you've endured has just made you better.
Made you better.
You know, has given you that if it did happen again, I mean, you know how to get through it, or, you know, whatever the circumstances are. But, yeah, I think everything I've been through in life
has made you better.
Has made me better, for sure.
Well, I can definitely see a change in you from when I first met you.
Yeah.
I definitely see.
Yeah.
An evolution, if you will.
Yeah. I was talking to my sister's husband, and we were having a conversation, and he said that before, because we were talking about the podcast, and I said, you know, this is his big question, and I really have a lot of moments, but I think the biggest moment was Texas. So he was like, yeah, he said that before we went to Texas, just wild Molly. She was living her best life, just doing all the wrong things, not caring. I mean, I just didn't have stability. I didn't have a higher purpose, I guess. I didn't know really what I was. It was just really weird. It was a weird time. And so he said that, yeah, Texas, he would definitely put that as number one. And he would put me moving to Texas as my number one learning curve. So, and I agree. I mean, it was a good thing that I came. And it was a good thing that I met you. And, I mean, God did that, you know.
Yep. I feel
He was like, girl, you need some brewers in your life.
Try something different. Let's see what this will do.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we had some good times and we had some bad times, but mostly good times.
Mostly good, yeah.
And I still think of us as good friends, tight friends. And I know that if something happened and I needed you, that you would be here in a heartbeat, and vice versa.
And I feel the same way, yeah.
So that's good. I'm glad we can share that.
Yeah, me too. It's a good feeling.
It is.
You know, after everything we've been through, that we can still come together and
not enemies.
Yeah. Just be friends and hang out.
I love you. You love me. Bushel and a peck and a hug around the neck. Well, the only thing is I wished we'd have had a baby. I wanted a baby so bad.
Yeah, that was that would have been a thing.
Yep.
That would have been a big thing. But
it was not meant to be.
It was not meant to be, and I knew that God just knew I was not ready. I was not ready at all.
Oh, is that it?
No, I think when I went back home and just, I think I still have to develop a lot of maternal things before I'm ready for a child. And if I never have a child, I am going to be completely okay with that.
Really?
Because they are so expensive and they are so bad.
Obnoxious.
Aggravating, but they're so cute. And I have so many nieces and nephews that I love.
Yeah, you can kind of get your fix there.
Yeah, and I was talking to my dad about that the other day, and, you know, because he's like, you know, you need to be responsible and all that stuff. And I said, I feel like I'm the most responsible right now. I'm taking care of my sister's kids and helping them out. And so I think I do get the maternal fix, or, you know, the baby fever that I have all the time. I get it through them.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
And then they make me mad. And then I'm like, oh, no, it's over.
Oh, wait, I remember now why I don't want kids.
I don't want kids, yeah. Yeah. But if me and you had one, it would have been good. It would have been a good experience.
It'd have been a good kid, too.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking forward to that.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, well, we'll understand it all by and by in the hereafter, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad I know you and glad we got to be friends. I think
Yeah.
we were friends first.
Yeah, we were.
And still friends.
Yeah. Especially your dad. Love you, Mr. Larry. You're awesome. If he ever watches this, he probably won't.
He should. And if he does, he'll just say, well, you should have done this and you should have done that. He won't give me no kudos.
No, he's super great. Love him.
Well, I wasn't expecting to talk about us, but I guess I'm glad we did.
Yeah. No, I think everybody knows. I feel like that, we were together and it's not an anomaly.
No. I'm still catching shit from people about, getting with you.
Mm.
And I tell them, it's none of your damn business.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. And
I didn't twist nobody's arm. Miss Molly came willingly.
Yeah.
I offered, she accepted, and that's the end of it.
Yeah.
None of your damn business, and you know who you are.
Yeah, we had good times, and it was the best relationship I've had.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. And we didn't really end bad. I think it was amicable. So, it was good. I think,
well, maybe one day, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
One of the overarching thing that I want to do with this is to, if people watch this, for them to learn maybe from somebody else's mistakes or the great decisions that they made. So
I feel like there's just so much that people can learn from other people.
yeah,
And
the point of the podcast is
I'm always looking at videos or, if I don't have a question, just Google it, and then Google pops up, and then you have, usually a forum of a bunch of people just saying, oh, well, here's the answer to this, and this is how you could do this, and so, everybody is just trying to pull knowledge from everybody else, so,
yeah, you almost sense the whole world, just sort of the vibration, just kind of coming to a higher and higher level, and I don't know. God's coming back. We just got to be ready. That's what I get out of it. Yeah. Everything seems to be being fulfilled.
Yeah, I think the more I watch the news, the more I'm starting to see that God's like knocking on the door.
So be ready.
What's that song?
Knocking on Heaven's Door?
No. The one with, is it Paul McCartney? And it's like, the neighbor. Is it something about a neighbor?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Someone's knocking at the door.
Yeah.
Somebody. And that's the one that I think your buddy Harry ripped off.
No.
I think he did.
The Harry's House album. So, if you want to compare.
Right.
I think it's one of those songs.
Right.
Yeah, when it came out.
It just struck me as he had ripped off every 70s hit that had ever been created, whatever.
Everybody's ripping off everybody.
Ripping off everybody else, I understand. You're right.
There's so many different songs out there. How do you have a unique... There's only so many sounds.
That's right.
I feel like there's...
So many chords.
There's so many
beats.
Things. Yeah. I feel like you're going to have to start ripping off other people
right.
to make good music.
Right.
So
I just don't understand why you never played an instrument. Because, you seem to love music so much.
Sometimes when I'm driving, I'm in my car, and I'm like playing the drums or whatever, and I'm like, man, I wish I could have learned, to do something.
Right.
But that wasn't my thing. Growing up, I was very nerdy. So I loved to read. And my academics were number one. I didn't want or need to have any extracurricular activities. So, music, I mean, I think my parents just knew I wasn't really musically inclined.
I think you are, and if we'd have spent any time together, I would have tried the piano. We need more keyboard players. There's not enough keyboard players in the world, and then you could have played in the band, and then we'd have hit the big time.
I don't think so.
No.
Not in Uncle Jam.
Most of the most musicians are nerds anyway, so anyway.
Yeah. I think most of them are actually cool.
Cool. Nerds that become cool because they play an instrument.
Right.
That's how it is.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Molly Mouton.
Yay. Are you going to put the little clapping audio?
I've just thought of it. You must have read my mind. I'll put that in there.
So whenever we say bye, it's like,
I love you.
I love you. Thank you for having me. It was fun and
It was fun.
really great.
Enlightening. I learned
Yeah.
something.
Are they usually longer than this, or they about the same time?
But you're a true girl.